Good afternoon, everybody. This is 21 Next. I'm Joel D. Smith, and we are talking about a couple quick stories for you to get you going on your Monday. Thanks for being here with us. Make sure that you are hitting like, subscribe, and get alerts whenever we are on. You will know it. I'm going to bring in Maxine Rose right now. She is coming back from Perry County covering this story. A former bus driver, Susquehanna School District, facing assault charges, allegedly tickling elementary school students. What kind of time span was this going on for, according to police?
Yeah, so it was from 2024 to 2025, that school year there. But the 9-year-old girl who police say came to them and, telling them kind of everything in the interview said it started around October, November. So somewhere in the fall of 2024 is when this all really started.
Was this going on a lot, according to the girl and maybe some others?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they said that it was happening on multiple occasions. The affidavit talks about it happening in, the parking lot, and it also happening, on the bus. So there were different, things kind of happening there. It was tickling,
Okay.
It was grabbing a shoe, it was kind of essentially just touching and teasing them.
Okay. Was there any, sexual groping going on as well? For parents watching this, they might be thinking that is their next question.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is facing those charges, indecent sexual assault and 30 plus charges right now, harassment, things like that. The affidavit talks about him touching their chest and their neck and their thighs and things like that. So, of course, these are 3rd and 4th graders, elementary school students. So, this was often and bad enough, of course, that they went, to their parent. And, we did.
You might not have the answer to this. I'm wondering, if the bus driver, when would he have the opportunity to touch the kids? Just when they came on and off the bus, like on their way past him, or was he like alone with them other times? How did that work?
Yeah, they were saying, again, in those charging documents, that he was outside, maybe in the parking lot when they're getting onto the bus, when they're in the parking lot, for pickup, or, even just on the bus, didn't exactly state like, bus driver was parked when doing this, but there was, I guess, a part in there that said that the bus driver had gone even as far as going back into the aisle a little bit too.
Okay. And I'm reading more of the story on our website. Hopefully folks can check this out if they want more details. Aurora bus driver, it was the policy to just not touch students at all. So even if this was, quote unquote innocent, it doesn't matter because they have a pretty stern and easy rule to follow. You can't touch kids. Doesn't matter if it was playful or innocent. There is no innocent. It's just, you don't touch them.
Right. But the worst part is, though, Jolie, is that, I mean, they told him to stop. That's what they told police.
The kids,
they said, the kids said, we told him to stop. The driver or the suspect here, he claims that he never heard that, but, and that this was just all in kind of fun and that he was comfortable with the kids. He was getting comfortable.
He said it was boys, girls, didn't matter. He did it to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, hopefully the kids aren't going to have too much trouble coming off of this one, but I guess parents should keep an eye out for how they're reacting to this as well. All right. We look forward to more of your story at this at 5 and 6 o'clock. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get to the weather. Today is amazing, but I don't think amazing is going to last this week. Let's bring in Ed Russo to talk about it. I was scared by your forecast when we had our meeting earlier.
Yeah, we're just going to hit a brick wall tonight, or really tomorrow, because that's when we're really getting in on some steady rain. We're talking about 1 to 2 inches across the area. So,
what kind of artist is that? It looks like a pastels and just like oil.
I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I went to the store. I went to Michael's and I got a whole bunch of paint and I just threw it at the computer, and that's what you get.
Wow. And it was accurate, which is the weird part.
It's very abstract art. You like it?
Oh, it is. That's for sure. All right. What does this all mean? Is the red means a lot of rain and intense?
Certainly expecting more into Northern Virginia, the panhandle of West Virginia and Maryland. But 1 to 2 inches here, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's definitely going to cause some of the rivers to get a little more swollen. Ponding on the roads too. Not expecting a huge rise on the Susquehanna, but certainly, the Yellow Breeches, the Sotera, Conneduin, creeks like that could swell up a little bit, and minor flooding could be possible. We're not under a flood watch yet. Wouldn't be surprised if the National Weather Service issued that, depending on how this evolves. But really, the flooding threat's going to be more isolated locally, and then get towards US 15. Well, I should say south towards Maryland and I-70 into Virginia.
Okay.
I'm expecting the flooding threat to be a little higher.
That 1 to 2 inches. What's that time span?
Yeah, so that's really during the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. And then we've got more rain expected Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's going to come from thunderstorms, which can also produce some rain. So we could have a flooding threat late week too. So it's just a very wet week. We've been in this deficit. People get kind of annoyed. It's been raining a lot recently. You keep talking about a deficit, but for the year, we're still under, but we're making up for it, which of course is good news. We just don't need it all at once.
Right. So. That's the thing. And it's farmers, things like that. I mean, you can't make it back up if you missed your season, but I mean, it was the winter. So do we need a lot of precipitation in the winter anyway?
Yeah. I mean, usually during, the late winter months can oftentimes be a kind of a rainy period, but we do get into a drier pattern eventually as we get into the summer months, which is why rain is important now because, planting.
I'll give it to you now, but being at a deficit before now is what I was quibbling with. Because it's like, what were you going to grow? Like you can't do anything.
Right. Right. So it's good for the water table to be close to normal. And there you go. That looks like what we're going to be getting back to after this.
Okay.
Yep.
That works. Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. Thanks a lot.
All right. Yeah.
Go back to your painting. We'll sell it online later.
Thank you. I will.
Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for watching 21 Next. We're getting ready for our 5 o'clock show. If you want to watch the traditional way, it's on CBS 21 coming your way soon. Otherwise, we will catch you next time on 21 Next. Make sure that you are following us, hitting that like button, and getting those alerts whenever we are on. You will know it. I'm Joel Dean, the place to be. See you next time.